Yes, please. One. Just in case.
Yes, in case.
But right now, let's need one. Thank
You need more light.
you. Yeah, this.
I opened and you check if it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Much better.
Nick went this morning.
Oh. When you are ready, let me know, okay? Are you? Tangwe doje shaje rezon ro jinja mado doja bonjam ba zurja lumbo dabar jibega shaje jabe jadong guzan zar dorjen janje delo naro da maba mala chuje gambo pamo ba jawan rogong ba gaju lama nanje da jo je danan na zera damje da lama labe la ye jiso zong la zong yon den jam zue nga la wan den re dong jen re be ge le zo gang ge den jen re wen jong ga ba me ba je me ba che ba me ba da me ba wa me ba ro me ba ta de do me dun jem zhu ba ni je je den ba zo ba zang je ma nan je dang ba de la zhang za do Nagelo chuson ro war zinje labdos ju lam don ro war zinje labdos lan ro wa ze war zinje labdos ro wa yi je zan ja war zinje labdos chen jin za ba lam ma ji je ku son do je sin lan da 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 ge ju lan pe de da ge tim ba dan sim jin je dong ja jin bon ro ba zinje labdos many trahidele trahi means actually this is a auspicious word. Also we use that congratulations. And then delay means day means may you healthy body, and the leg means may you a happy mind. First, here we need a healthy body and a healthy mind, happy mind. This day, this epidemic disease spread around the world. So we keep happy mind. It's so important. Externally, this disease makes lots of problems. If we cannot keep happy mind internally, then this is really dangerous. So, of course, we pray, we wish to reduce this disease. As soon as sooner we will liberate from this disease. This is our wish and hope. Last year, actually, I taught Dharma through live streaming, but at that time, now I know live streaming has a great benefit. So then I would like to teach Dharma through live streaming. So Khenpo Tenzin is not stupid. So he is a learner from mistake, and don't make mistakes. Don't repeat one mistake. So it has a great benefit. We have a great opportunity to make merits together. We all need merit. Merit, when we have merit, then many of obstacles will reduce. We can purify karma. So we all need to accumulate merit. So that's where Dharma brothers and sisters who watch through live streaming, and here we are trying to teach. We are teach Dharma through live streaming. So we all make great merit. It has a great benefit for all of us. Then we rejoice each others. Rejoice. Actually, rejoice is the antidote of jealous. We were jealous arise from the mind, then our mind is unhygienic, unhealthy. So whenever the feeling of rejoice arises from the mind, that moment our mind is hygienic and healthy mind, happy mind. So this is very extremely important to do rejoice. Okay, and then today Dharma talk is in introduction to Buddhism. So first we need to know what makes you a not Buddhist and what makes you a Buddhist. So these two questions are very important. What makes you a not Buddhist? This answer is the malicious mind makes you a not Buddhist. Evil thought makes you not Buddhist. Violent action makes you not Buddhist. So that is what I think, but not only my thinking. That is what I learned from Buddha's teaching. So whenever arise malicious mind from your mind, at that moment you are not Buddhist. Evil thoughts arises from the mind, at that moment you are not Buddhist. Violent action, you act violent action, at that moment you are not Buddhist. So this is, we always need to remember about that. And then what makes you a Buddhist? I think the taking refuge vow, active bodhichitta, keep samaya, they make you a Buddhist. When you take refuge vow, taking refuge vow, at that moment you have a special vow. At that moment you promised the abiding, harming. In order to, you promised that you will not make bad motivation to others. And then also, actually Buddha said that violent people are not my Sangha. In order to hear my Sangha means the violence people are not Sangha. In Tibetan, Dharma word says, yin la tseba ne gibjong ma ino. So that's where whenever we take refuge vow, at the same time we became Sangha. We became Sangha, then our responsibility is avoid violent action. Then active bodhicitta. This is I think I shared with my Dharma brothers and sisters often, and I also I'm trying to progressive this practice. First, for example, for me, I was grew with Buddhist culture. So in order to, since I heard Dharma, all of my gurus, they taught me the bodhicitta. They taught the bodhicitta is very important. Honestly, I heard many times about the bodhicitta. Through this way, sometimes I did not ignore particularly, but like unmindful or unthoughtful or something in order to I did not noticed bodhicitta as such a great thing. But then slowly I started to research about the bodhicitta. If someone who don't know about bodhicitta, then this is calling great love, great love. So then I thought, oh, bodhicitta is important because all the gurus, of course from Buddha's teaching, and they mention it about the bodhicitta. They emphasize on the bodhicitta. Why? Then I think, oh, it is important, important. Then slowly, then, oh, if we are going to become enlightened, then only bodhicitta is the, how to say, the like a main road. The bodhicitta is the mandala of the enlightenment. So then, oh, so a little bit understood about that thing. And then when our gurus, Guru give me like these instructions, more belief. So I mean the similar. I hope you are also thinking more about the bodhicitta, research about bodhicitta. And then how to practice about this bodhicitta. Actually, we say be mindful because we are going to meditate, right? So we always be mindful. But I think be mindful on bodhicitta, that is very important, and also we can do it. The bodhicitta has two truth. Bodhicitta has two truth. That means there are the two. We explain through the two truths. So ultimate truth and relative truth. So we practice bodhicitta through relative truth. This is so important. Then this is we always be mindful on bodhicitta. That means we don't want to memorize the bodhicitta, right? But we don't want to repeat on bodhicitta. But the always thinking others before self. For example, when you open the door, if you come from outside to inside, at that moment, if you knock the door, at that moment also, you be mindful. Or somebody may be meditating inside. So if I strongly knock the door, it's disrupt their meditation. And also if you go out from the inside, you pull the door gently. If that house is not your house, this house owner, they need to keep that door longer. So if we strongly pull that door, strongly close the doors and the windows, then it makes unhappy in others' mind. So be mindfulness like that. When you speak with others, you try to speak gently. Try to speak gently. That means also you be mindful on bodhicitta. Because whether your words is good news or bad news, whatever, if you speak wrathfully, it affects others' mind. Then why we make unhappy others' mind? Whenever we bad effect, we maybe make a bad effect in others' mind, it's reduce our merit. The merit is like a sunshine, like the sunshine. When we reduce merit, then bad karma is like a darkness. So it's increase. So then there's no reason to increase bad karma. We already in the ocean of samsara. And we be mindful on bodhicitta, even though other animals, birds, cats, dogs, whenever they see us, at that moment, we make great imprinting in their life. This is karma, karmic connection, or karmic system or something. So, for example, we walk alone on the road. Sometimes we cannot see some like ants and other bugs. If we cross these bugs, we walk through this way, even though the overshine or shadow maybe touching on their body, it makes great merit when we have bodhicitta. Really. It makes great merit for them, benefit for them. When in a single moment, if we can make merit to others, then our merit increase. So this is cause and effect. This is the karma. This is the karma. If we practice on bodhicitta, in the dream, sometimes we go dreaming like we help others, or it's good dreams. Actually, we say dream is illusory, whether it is illusory or or not. So we need a good dream right now. So the bodhicitta is really important. And then we always say long life, happy life. We always do wish. But then this is deal with bodhicitta. So mind is a part of our life. Body is a part of our life. So we have a healthy mind, happy mind. It's good effects. Happy mind is good medicine of our body, right? Because mind is go through with the wind is go through with the channel is within our body. So this is interdependence. So we progress. We will progress bodhicitta. Don't wait. Or tomorrow I will. Day after tomorrow. Don't think like that. In a momently, whether people see you are bodhicitta practitioner or not, it doesn't matter. Your Buddha nature see. Your Buddha nature is like a seed of flower. Bodhicitta is like a water and dirt and warm. So this is really important to blossom beautiful lotus of your Buddha nature. Then keep samaya. Keep samaya, especially you promised with the Yidam deities. This is a very important to keep samaya. Because Yidam deities help us, or Yidam deities give us two great benefits. One is supreme benefit, another is general benefit. General benefit is if you want to find a job, you easily find that. And if you want to go a good place, nice place, or you need some in order to in the daily life, even though you need healthy food or whatever, they are general benefits. So those things are, or if you need fins like a famous and so on, right? So anything will deal with general benefit. So this is also Yidam deities give us. So if we broke in samaya, they stop to give us that. But it let you know, Yidam deity is not external, outside of our mind. Yidam deity is inside of our mind. Yidam deities are not creator. You are creator. So you make stop to receive benefit because you broke in samaya. And the supreme benefit, I just translate that, maybe there are another words, hopefully you understand about that. So, supreme benefit is when we practice, meditate long terms, if there's nothing, any realizations, we cannot progress or improve our wisdom, primordial wisdom, and so on. This is also we break many samayas. That's where so it takes time to receive the realizations. If we keep samayas, then if we keep samayas well, and then the realizations, even though Guru gave some different instructions, through this way you get the realization of the emptiness, realizations of Mahamudara, realizations of Dzogpa Chimbos. So these things, so that's where you keep samaya is so important. Many of our brothers, Dharma brothers and sisters, receive a lot of empowerment, receive a lot of teachings. Of course, they have a great benefit. At the same time, keep samaya. It's so important. And then the today's Dharma talk is in Introduction to Buddhism. So I'm going to start from here. Actually, Buddhism is, let me say first here, but let you analyze about that. What I think is Buddhism is really the friend. Buddhism is the friend of all religion. That's what I think. Because the Buddhism teach about generosity. So some of religions talk about the generosity. They practice about the generosity wonderfully. So Buddhism also talking about the teach the generosity. Later I'm going to explain. more detail about generosity and other perfections. There are 6 perfections. And some of, even though some in Buddhism has different classifications, so later also I want to bring these names. Some of them says discipline, ethics, or manner. This is so important. Also in Buddhism teach like that. And then some religions said the tolerance, be patient. Of course, the Buddhism says that. And then Buddhism or some religious says the meditation, concentration, mindfulness. And also Buddhism says same thing. And then diligence, efforts, also same. Even the non-Buddhist, non-religious. Buddhism is the friend of non-religious too. And then wisdom. So through wisdom, explanation, then Buddhism is going. They teach more. I cannot say special, but they have great methods. So, in Buddhism, there are a lot of classifications, but grossly there are causal, paramita vehicle, and the resultant vehicle. That means Mahayana tradition and Vajrayana tradition. 2 traditions. So first I am going to teach about the Mahayana tradition. So in the Mahayana tradition, actually there are 3 classifications. First, there are 4 classifications. And these, the first is we call the Vibhasika. The Vibhasika school. Vibhasika school, their talks actually, they say some of external things are truly exist, and vows are also truly exist. They are formed like that. Then inside they have many classifications, but usually their view is like that. And they're about the teachings on the Mother Earth, about the Mother Earth and other planets is so sweet. Right now I just introduced you only names. In the future, hopefully we can teach more about those subjects. There's many books. Then the second is actually let me use that the Tibetan Dodepa. They also they more believe about inside of the mind, but still they accept the external things are truly exist. But they do not say everything's permanent. Okay, they truly exist, and the permanent is different. Very different. Then third is the only mind school. Only mind school. Simzamba. They don't accept the external things are truly exist. They say only mind. Then they explain very details about the how connect our the consciousness eyes and these trees or flowers, how to connect, how we understand, how we see. And then fourth is the Madhyamaka. The Madhyamaka is the great the vehicle. This is we call the Mahayana tradition, right? So the Madhyamaka text says the external thing and the internal mind both emptiness. When we don't analyze, external things exist. Internal thing exist. When we analyze them, then external thing and internal thing both non-exist. Emptiness. Madhyamaka says that. Then the Mahayana tradition is more. It has great things. 7 great things makes different than the other traditions. The other tradition means these Vibhasika and only mind school and so on. Okay. So then these 7. Also, sometimes we say, okay, maybe then great attention. Great attention. First, the 7 great things make different than the other vehicles. Right now, hopefully, everybody understood about what is the meaning of vehicles. Vehicle is not car, right? But similar, cars can carry a lot of things. So the Mahayana means we can think all mother thinking beings. We can think all living beings. But we just don't think just living beings, all mother living beings. If you love more father, then you think all father beings, living beings. If you love more brother, you can think more about all brother living beings, or all sister living beings, or dog living beings, or cats living beings. Whatever you love, then through this way you spend your bodhichitta to the living beings. So attention, that moment, attention, great attention, that means the Dharma nature. The Buddha nature is beyond of exist or non-exist, right? So that's where many of the other vehicle practitioners, they're surprised. Oh, then there's no, is there no cause? Is there no result? Like that, that's where they think it's unbelievable. They think like that. They thought like that. So that's where it's big difference. The Mahayana tradition, they say all the everything's are beyond of the exist and non-exist, but still in the relative forms there is karma. There's cause and there's effect. So, result. The second great thing is the accomplishment. Accomplishment is many of vehicle practitioners, they think self-liberation. Or we are going to keep ethics. Or we are going to keep discipline. Because they say, I am going to keep discipline. I'm going to keep moral strictly because I'm going to liberate. Still they have thinking of I, right? Then this great accomplishment means others. First others, then second me, like that. So thinking others, when you were thinking others, that makes self-liberation. Whenever we think self-liberation, then others liberated, and we are still here. So one person says that this is a story actually. This one person communicated with the Buddha. Oh Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, before you and me same, But right now you become enlightened, I'm still in samsara. Because why you become enlightened? Because you have bodhichitta. Why I'm still here? Because I have grasping. So that's where these help others. When we help others, other people and other living beings receive benefit. At the same time, we liberate. Then the third is great wisdom. Great wisdom. Right now I just use great wisdom. Feature my English improve. Let me use another words. But great wisdom, that means actually that wisdom. For example, right now I just look at on this flower. I see, oh, beautiful flower. This is wisdom, yeah, this is wisdom. But when I have a great wisdom, when I look at these flowers, directly can see the nature of this flower. Nature means Dharmakaya. We can see Dharmakaya. Right? So that's a great wisdom. So the tradition of Mahayana has a great wisdom, means they see. Also, every evening we dedicate that prayer. Inside also said that, mentioned that Buddhas see others' mistakes, but they never criticize. Why? Because first they see their Dharmakaya, that person's Dharmakaya, that person who made a mistake, right? That person's Dharmakaya. First see that person's Dharmakaya. Second, see his mistake, he or her mistakes, and arise compassion. Or his or her nature of mind is Dharmakaya, but still, due to the afflictive emotions, due to the illusions, he or she still don't understand. Oh, it's poor, so arise compassion. See, when we see others' mistake, oh, they did a lot of bad things and criticize blah 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 blah, and she did a lot of mistake blah blah blah. Big difference, right? So sometimes. Let you check. I don't know 100%, but what I think, usually, someone angry, I see somebody angry. That moment, if we pay attention to, oh, right now he is angry person. That's thinking is like a criticize to that person. But we change a little bit. Oh, right now he lost freedom because he has afflictive emotion. This thinking lead little compassion? I think maybe let you check. We analyze, we try, we examine. That's so important. And then fourth great thing is great diligence. Diligence is not only for one day, not only for one life. Life to life. Bodhisattvas, why we say? They already rebirth the Pure Land, Sukhavati, Amitabha's Pure Land. Still they comes back in this samsara. Still they take a lot of the difficulty, responsibilities on their shoulders. For example, right now we have living example Garchen Rinpoche. His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche, in his life, how much obstacles we learned about his story. So similarly, there are lots of bodhisattvas comes back in different ways. They take lots of responsibilities for the sake of mothers and human beings. That's where they have a great diligence. Mahayana means like that. Only self-liberation. That's not enough. They never say enough is enough. They say, oh, I already liberated, but they are still remain. They are mother sentient beings. Since beginningless, they take care of us like that. Through this way, they come back. That's where great diligence is fourth. Fifth is a great method. Method. When we teach, when we help to others, the method is so important. Through this way, Mahayana and Vajrayana traditions combine. We have to know that. Vajrayana tradition is full of methods, skillful, no hardship. So through this way, we're talking about the Vajrayana. But actually, if we have enough time, I'm going to teach about the. I have planned to teach about the Vajrayana a little bit. So the method and skills are so important. When you help others, when you help others, the skills are so important. Skills meant method. Method is so important. Otherwise, you think, oh, I'm honest. Then this is perfect. You just think like that. Then sometimes it doesn't work. Doesn't work well. You are honest. I rejoice, but it does not help. So for that reasons, the methods are so important. Different ways. Different. Sometimes small self have to dedicate self-benefit, really, for helping others. Whether you don't have interest in to do something, or you don't have that things are not your priority things or something, but sometimes you dedicate something, right? So that's way. For instance, in the Yidam practice, this Vajrayana practice, we have many visualizations, many Yidam deities. These things, that's where we say the great methods. Otherwise, one Yidam deity, enough with only one Yidam deity. Lord Jitin Sungun says that one Yidam deity well accomplished all 4 activities of all of Yidams. So if you practice only Yamitaka, then you receive the benefit of wet Tara. If you practice only wet Tara, you receive the benefit of 21 Taras benefit. So that actually, but then still why we have, there are various colors of Yidam deity, different, wrathful, peaceful, and lots of there. Why we have? Because of the great method. That means great method. This is the 4th. We have no more time to talk much here. And then 6th is great aspiration or great bodhichitta. This great bodhichitta is not just, oh, I'm going to help somebody who need medicine, who need clothes, who need whatever. Not only that. Great aspiration. These things are aspiration, bodhicitta practice. Great aspiration means I'm going to liberate all mother sentient beings from the samsara. In order to, I'm going to become all mother sentient beings. All mother sentient beings become enlightened. I'm going to take all mother sentient beings, the stage of the Buddha, the mandala of Buddha. That is a great aspiration. The 7th is the great activities. Great activities means since countless eons, there are thousands of Buddhas often come in this samsara, and they opened our eyes of wisdom, And first they teach us about the karma, and then they teach us about the bhumis, and the path, and so on. So through this way, they have great activities, but there are a lot of other great activities. I think is okay here. Okay. Then I talking about the Mahayana tradition. Then this Mahayana tradition we are going to practice through the 6 perfections. 6 perfections or 6 paramitas. So the first is generosity, second is discipline, third is patience, fourth is diligence, fifth is concentration, sixth is wisdom. So then one by one I'm going to introduce. So first, the paramita of generosity. It has 3 classifications. First is the generosity of protection against fear. So this is the sometimes we go to the beach, some fish outside of the water, then we pick up and put in the water. That is generosity of first, like this generosity, right? And sometimes we release some animals almost ready to kill somebody. And right now, this is, for example, many people anxiety because of epidemic disease spread here around the world. So at that moment, everybody stay inside. This is very important. At the same time, if they focus only about the epidemic disease, that makes fear and anxiety and unhealthy. That's why we talk here about Dharma. Not only us, around the world, many spiritual teachers, they teach about Dharma, and other counselors, they give different advices. So all of these things are the generosity of protection against fear. The second is give the great gift of Dharma. This is very important. About the generosity, that giving Dharma is excellent. That's where Garchen Rinpoche frequently or often he said that we are going to give the teachings. For example, the Bodhisattvas, they are give us teachings life to life, right? So right now we have to Garchen Rinpoche often says the best generosity is giving Dharma. So Dharma teach means not always sit on the fancy throne. Just a way of conversations we can offer, give. We can give Dharma teachings. But if sometimes we don't keep the fancy things, people don't know the value of Dharma. That's where then this is dangerous. If people don't know the value of Dharma, then they ignore Dharma. If they ignore Dharma, they block to receive the benefit. So that's where this is also important. So that's where Rinpoche often says that teachers are so important. If you disrespect teachers, Rinpoche mentioned that if you disrespect your teachers, spiritual teachers, it's similar you disrespect your the spiritual Dharma. If you disrespect the spiritual dharma or dharma, and then you nothing to get any benefit. So it means we need to know the value of dharma. Then also the another, it's a little bit, the arrange first is we call it actually the generosity of wealth and material things. So this is actually, I think first, but here I prepared the last one. So this is then whatever if we have some clothes, people love it, really we have to offer that. If we don't have that clothes, it's really, we not become franker. We don't, how to say, we have no problem in order to, we get different clothes, right? So, or the food, people love their food. If people love that flower, if people love that, really we have to be generous. Sincerely. Also, I forgot to tell a little bit about the generosity of protection against fear. At that moment, for example, right now many of the brothers and sisters are stay in home. That is the best medicine of epidemic disease right now. So, but if we talk with them, we communicate with them, text message, and share, they avoid emotional isolation. Physically, of course, they have to stay in the home, but mentally, please be free, open, listen different teachings, read book, right? And share, help each others. We all the member of one family. So think like that, and this is also our generosity. Even though somebody saw anxiety about this disease, they stay alone in the home. If you call phone or text phone, how are you, say something, this is also your generosity, right? So you practice about the Mahayana tradition. And then, so about this generosity, Madhyamaka text said that, so let me refer that, okay? The Buddha first spoke of liberality, having seen that even wealth springs from liberality, and desiring the happiness of all beings, so that nobody might be without happiness. Generosity can take forms, materials, giving protection from fear, and giving Dharma. Do you make sense? I will repeat again. The Buddha first spoke of liberality. This is a little bit hard, my pronounce. Liberality.
Liberty?
Yeah, liberality. Having seen that even wealth springs from liberality, and desiring the happiness of all beings, so that nobody might be without happiness. Generosity can take forms, materials, giving protection from fear, and giving Dharma. So this talks about the three classifications of generosity, and among them, material things are also a cause of happiness. They're talking about that, okay? Then second perfection is the perfection of discipline or manner. It has also three classifications. First is about controlling wrongdoing. There are 10 non-virtuous. Everybody knows about through the body, has 3 through the speech, 4 through the mind, 3, total 10. This I think you will understand through the different dictionaries or through different teachings. This is first classification. The second is the disciplining of benefit beings or action for the sake of others. This disciplining, someone think, disciplining, the perfection for disciplining is only the responsibility of monks and nuns. It's good, right? But not only. Since you take the refuge vow, you have that. Because this morning I mentioned it. Non-violence. This is discipline. Among the 10 non-virtues or 10 virtues, stop to killing others is first virtues, important virtues, virtue. If you kill others, that is important, serious non-virtue. So we all have that, right? So the benefit for others, we make it like be mindful. That is also discipline. If I use harsh word, it's disturb the other's mind. So I won't do it. Be quiet. Or nicely speak. This is a discipline. So we all have to keep those things. And then third is the discipline of gathering virtue. Gathering virtue means through the listening, concentration, and meditation. So you hearing the Dharma. You heard Dharma here from your right ear and let go through the left ear. That means you do not gathering virtue. Right? Just let come and let go. But your virtue means you listen Dharma and then you analyze. He said that. He teach like that. How about this, that, those? You analyze. That is concentration. Contemplation. Thank you. Contemplation. That is your generosity. Thank you. Contemplation. And then meditate. So this is the discipline of gathering virtue. Whenever you're gathering virtue, and then you're gathering merit. So Nagarjuna said that morality is the foundation of all virtues, just as the earth is for all things movable or immovable. I will repeat just in case on somebody who listen through the website. Hopefully they clear. Morality is the foundation of all virtues, just as the earth is for all things movable and unmovable. Mother Earth is so important, right? Same like that. So that way discipline is, or morality is so important. Always says discipline is so important. That's where, even though if there's no rules and regulations, then lots of problems, right, in regular terms. Even though ourselves, we morning teeth brush, and then come to take breakfast. This is also our rule. But about these disciplines, the future also maybe we have opportunity to teach. There are many books. Not easy to teach all of these things right now. Not easy means not enough time in order to. Then the third, the perfection of patience. Patience. it has also three classifications. Patience, everybody know, so I don't want to offer you definition of patience, but patience has three classifications. Maybe you do not hear that often. Sometimes, yes, of course. So, the patience of not caring about harms, drawers. If you don't understand drawers, I don't have confidence on there. So, DOERS. DOERS. Patience of not caring about
Harm doers.
harm drawers.
The one that make harm to you.
Yeah. So this is, if we really close the window, close the door, and put the mirror front, you communicate. Somebody do something. What should you do? What should you ask with you communicate with your mirror, right? It's not easy. It's not easy, but when we practice the perfection of this, then we have to do that. So this is related with this situation. This epidemic disease effect, you should think is karma at that moment, whether that is karma or not, honestly. If you think, oh, it's unbelievable, why come this in my life? I nothing do any wrong. If you do too much excuse about that, then that means you challenge by yourself. So, of course, others harsh words. Oh, it's okay because he is human being, she is human being. If somebody active about some afflictive emotion, afflictive emotions, activities, you think, oh, it's a human being. It's possible. Oh, somebody criticized to me. Oh, it's possible. It's human being. Sometimes I criticize others. Then same. Maybe that person, when I criticize someone, perhaps they have that nothing any mistakes, but I talking about that person's mistakes like that. So that is the first. The second is the patience of experience suffering, or the patience of undertaking pain. This is, for example, Yogamula Repa. He stayed in the mountain side, and then he did lots of he practiced lots of diligence, and if thirsty, let thirsty, hungry, okay, cold, okay, everything's okay. So because for the sake of practice Dharma, during the Dharma practice, and also in the daily, for example, we are work together about Dharma, and even though you are work in the restaurant or you work in the other shopping centers, sometimes there are lots of facing problems at that moment. Then you accept them, and also there's sickness or lots of those things. If you accept, that means smart to reject them. When you try to reject them, that means it's similar, you accept. So it's opposite. So this is very important. And then the perfection. The perfection of certainty in Dharma. This is so important. So important means usually we teach Buddha taught Four Noble Truth, and then the first truth says everything exists, everything have. Then second, third, then go to the emptiness. That's where somebody heard about the emptiness. Then they're surprised, they're afraid, they cannot accept like that things. And somebody, even though the wrathful deities, they cannot accept. It's happened right now in regular terms. So that means you have to patience. You have to certainty in Dharma. That means the Dharma method. You have to accept that things, right? Still, there are many examples. I think it's well enough. But then here, Shantideva. I refer about Shantideva's teaching here. Shanti, do you know Shanti means? Peace. Shanti, peace. So this is, there is no evil similar to hatred, nor austerity to be compared with patience. Therefore, one should in various ways earnestly pay attention to patience. Hopefully everybody understands. So this time is running out, so I go there. First. Yeah. Then this is the which one? Patience. Okay. Then the perfection of diligence. It has also three classifications. Did I teach the three classifications about patience? Yes, right? The perfection of diligence, it has three classifications. It's the first is armor like diligence. That means from your mind. The smart people, smart means wisdom people. Actually, here we use wise people, right? They do not promise easily. In the Dharma saying that if they promise something, then their promise is like a stone. So this first is the armor like diligence. This is from your promise, from your mind. Before act something, you promise. Oh, I never do take cigarette since from today. You promise from your mind, right? Then whole life, you don't do that. So promise is so important. Promise. Before you promise, you think more. You analyze. You give little space to your mind to thinking about that, and then you promise. Then your promise will stay certainly. Then second is the action. You will do what you promise, then you do that. The third is don't be satisfied. Oh, I listen the Dharma teaching from many years. No, I'm okay. You don't think. Actually, this is a little funny. Many people, they just not satisfy with money, but they satisfy with listening the Dharma. Honestly, I do not need Dharma books. I'm a meditator. They already satisfied with Dharma books, but they dissatisfied with money and so on. So this is a little bit of funny. I'm sorry, but include me too. Then we really, of course, meditation is so important. That is my favorite thing, honestly. And also listen Dharma often. Even though you listen Dharma from one person, year by year, you listen. You don't satisfy. You don't say enough is enough. That means the third your efforts, diligence. And then in the Suttara says, enlightened mind is easy for the hard-working people. It's sweet, right? Enlightened mind is easy for the hard-working people. So diligence is so important. Then Then fifth is the perfection of meditative concentration. This is this is also have 3 classifications, but still there are many classifications. In briefly, the first is we purify our mind honestly. Our mind, be mindful in the bodhichitta. I often say bodhichitta, we are going to practice bodhichitta. That means we are meditate on bodhichitta, be mindful on bodhichitta. Our mind meditate in the cave of bodhichitta. That is a great retreat, really. Bodhichitta is your cave of meditation, and your mind keep in that cave always. So this is the best meditation. Through this way, you can help others. You can benefit for others, right? And also, Shantideva says that by insight, I don't know, there's a coupled, coupled, coupled with tranquility, one knows that all conflicting emotions have been overcome. By meditating, we see the reality, it is true nature, and the compassion for sentient beings being born. So, then this is how much benefit has the benefit the meditation. Then sixth is the perfection of wisdom. It has 3 classifications. Wisdom that arises from hearing Dharma talk. Hearing Dharma talk, that moment you wake up in the Dharma, right? Before you never heard about the karma. Then you never heard the karmic systems, about bodhicitta, tolerance, patience, everything you heard from the Dharma talk, from the Dharma teaching. So that's where first wisdom is that arises from hearing a Dharma talk. Many people think, Yogi Mulareba just stay in the solid place, like a mountain cave, always. He listened from 10 more spiritual teachers, different teachers. So hearing wisdom is how much important. Mulareba is a yogi master, right? But still he listened the teachings from a lot of gurus. So then Shakyamuni Buddha, how many teachers? He followed how many teachers? And then, of course, the other gurus follow how many teachers. So then second is the wisdom that arises from thinking or contemplation. This is very important. When you're eating, working, sitting, contemplation, then your wisdom arises from your mind. Third is wisdom that arises from meditation. Meditation. Final goal is meditation. Only hearing wisdom and contemplation wisdom, they push us higher stages. But finally, if we do not meditate, then we cannot become completely enlightened. Cannot. So meditation is, that's where meditation is priority. Meditation is highest. Okay, then the Madhyamaka text says, just as a man with eyes with see leads the whole crowd of a blind men easily to the desired place. So wisdom gathering the eyeless virtuous leads the sentient beings to Buddhahood. So how important is wisdom, right? Okay, then So here, this is in briefly I introduce about the Mahayana tradition, way of the Mahayana tradition practice. And then also we are Buddhist. That's where we always have to know their special thing. This is the Buddha first taught about that. So these are all compounded things are impermanence. Impermanence, meditate impermanence. Meditate impermanence. There is no any single things exist permanently. Everything's are impermanent. Many masters, Tibetan masters, they stay in the mountainside. Then they morning, evening they turn off the bowls. It means they remember the impermanent. So we offering water bowls morning, evening after we make empty them, we turn off. That means at that moment we remember impermanence. So important. Actually, if we really training on there, then slowly we become familiar on there. Then at this moment, we can remember impermanent. It has a great benefit, a great benefit. And for example, in the Guru Yogas, we says if you meditate thousands of yidams, you remember Guru, and momentarily it has a great benefit, right? Says that. That means they try to lead us in the Dharmakaya stage in order to Guru and Dharmakaya the the non-duality, right? Non-duality. So we do that. It's really that makes a great imprinting in our mind. Actually, Lord Jigten Sunggon says that the right and left are important. First, we walk, start from left foot, and do with the left hand, and so. So, I read that book. I received that teaching many years ago, since I was Tibet. When I studied about the Ndugongpa's Gongchik and Tinying and other these Mahamudra teachings, at that time I heard, it's always stay in the mind. Every morning when I start wear my socks, I do left, but then only that moment, just I think Lord Jigten says that. So that means we can think, right? So one day we have 24 hours, for example. 12 hours. Most hours, mind is within the thoughts and so on, follow with different attachment and aversion and something. But only momentarily we can remember about the Guru, and this it has a great benefit, right? So whoever Dharma brothers, sisters, please, when you if you have this habit to offering water offering, afternoon you turn off. Only that moment you just think impermanence. Okay, this is so important. And then all emotions are pain. Can you accept that all emotions are pain? If you cannot accept that, then you are still hard to say a great practitioner. I'm sorry, really. The temporary happiness are the painful, because it's changed in truth, right? Morning is okay, afternoon. Good relationship become bad relationship, and good food become poisonous. Good facilities become cause of problems. Like that. So everything. Then all things have no inherent existence. This is, everybody knows. And nirvana is beyond concept, Then there remain only 5 minutes among in this. Where let me say that we have to know the view. Overview is the interdependence. Everything is interdependence. You never think you are independently stand up. Even though you stand up on the earth, you and the earth, Mother Earth has interdependence, right? And then you, wherever you stay, everything's interdependent with you. Thinking like that. Everything's are interdependent with me. That's where if my mind is bodhichitta, if my mind is transformed into bodhichitta, then it has a great benefit for them. We have to know that. Or if I did bad behavior, I did lots of mistakes, it makes bad imprinting to others' mind. Because others' mind and my action is also interdependent each other. So then first we have to know the elements. For example, already we say everything's impermanent, even though our body is impermanent, because our body is interdependent with 5 elements. When they stop to breathing, then our life is finished. Then blood is related with water. We don't have water, then we cannot survive or alive. Kind of these ways thinking. And then action is non-violence. View is interdependence. Action is non-violence. This is Buddhist. This is the Buddhism. Then I hope everybody understand well. Of course, I really confess in front of all Dharma brothers, sisters, and the Yadam deities and the gurus, because my English is not good, and also in order to, of course, through these teachings, some part I know, maybe some part I don't know. Still, I made many mistakes. I confess. So everybody, please accept this, and then let me recite 100 syllable mantra together. Om bazo sado samaya mano balaya bazo sado dino ba diranda do memba wa sude kayo memba wa sube jayo memba anora do memba wa zawa sede memba yanza sawa karma sudame zedam hirang koro ha ha o bangai sarva danga damba zama meme zamba zabawa ma samaya Sadhu Jambar Bave Jadaran Jambada Kunda Zamba Deyan Dejan Deda Gunje Jisa Dalas Givan Deda Tamje Rabda Ngo Pama Simjin Tamje Dedan Danger Jang Indro Tamje Tadu Tongwar Chanchu Zamba Kanda Zajo Ba Deda Gunje Mulanda Bajo Janjo Zenjo Renpo Je Ma Je Pa Nan Je 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 Ba Nyam Ba Me Ba Ye Kone Kondam Be Wa Jo. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.